Sometimes people make New Year's resolutions with big goals or accomplishments in mind. If your resolution for 2023 is to learn to fly, Newswatch 16's Chelsea Strub checked out a place in Luzerne County that can help make that happen for you.
Jordan Marzoff is a certified flight instructor at Valley Aviation in Forty Fort.
Yeah, so what that means is basically I'm a teacher, right? So I'm certified to teach students how to fly an airplane.
Jordan is a recent graduate of Marywood's aviation program. Teaching others how to fly is a good way for him to get his necessary flying hours before he can become a commercial pilot.
At the same time, also makes you a better pilot because you're teaching other people how to fly, but you're also sharing the passion at the same time for flying. So it's just kind of like a win-win situation.
Jordan is taking us on an introductory flight, the first step for anyone looking to take flight lessons. Before we get up in the air, we must make sure everything on aircraft
November 172 Tango Hotel
is good to go.
So first, you're going to do this, is I want you to check the prop, okay? So what you're going to do is run your hand across the edges right here. Make sure it feels nice and smooth, right? Feels pretty good.
Then we check things like the wheels and the instruments on the outside of the plane before getting inside.
So pop the door open right here. I'll help you in and I'll get on the other side. Here you go, you're getting in.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be sitting next to me.
Yes, I will be.
Then there is a whole checklist to complete once you are strapped in.
All right, passenger brief. So we talked about the door, right? How to use it, how we open and close it. Seatbelt harness is fastened. Brakes are holding on, they're set. Avionics are off. Circuit breakers are in, checked.
And our GPS all set up, which is good. All right, you ready to taxi?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we'll do it together, but I'll get us out there and feel how we taxi.
Then it was time to take the plane out onto the runway and prepare for takeoff.
Okay, we took it off. We took off. All right, now all we're going to do is climb up. I'm in the air. You're in the air. Look up. You can see everything we're going to see happen. Come up. All right, we're just climbing up. How you feel? I feel good. I feel good. I feel great. I feel wonderful. There you go. There's the upper down there.
Your first time in the air, your instructor will go over all of these gauges with you and will let you control the plane under their supervision.
I'm fine right now? Yeah. I have control of this aircraft? This is your aircraft right now. You're fine.
But what goes up must come down.
There's that runway. Ready? So we're going to hold it. We're going to hold it, and that plane wants to sink. We start pulling back. There's that stall horn, and here we go. Nice, easy landing. That's it. We're on the ground.
We're on the ground?
That's it. A good landing, you can't tell if you land or not.
Wow.
Pretty good, huh?
Great.
So that's what we do. That's an intro flight. Go up in the plane and have some fun.
Excellent. Chelsea Strub, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.
Last week, Newswatch 16 was in the Fort Myers area of Florida to see some of the cleanup efforts there after Hurricane Ian. In doing so, we found a towing company from Wilkes-Barre, and the owner says his work there came with an unexpected dose of gratitude.
As Victor Vega of Wilkes-Barre sees a fishing tour boat on top of San Carlos Boulevard in Fort Myers, Florida, he stands there in shock.
The destruction is just, this is the worst I've seen. I've been to 11 catastrophes around the country, and this is by far the worst when it comes to damage.
In between catastrophes, Vega is running towing and automotive businesses in Luzerne County.
We come down here with a team of other tow truck drivers and with a disaster relief. And what we do is we remove a lot of the water damaged vehicles in order for them to access their properties and to get the cleanup effort started.
This is an example of one of the cars Victor and his company would tow away from the destruction here near Fort Myers in San Carlos to an auction yard in Okeechobee or Arcadia. He says this one, though, is one of the easy ones. Some of these cars are not as easy to get to.
We're dealing with pulling out a car that's under a house that collapsed. Debris, oil, tons of hazards. We had one yesterday where we had to winch the boat off of the car, but the boat was initially in the water. And how it got, about 50 feet from the water on top of a car is When we were initially pulling cars out of Naples, some of them were in like the fountain in the development and the high rise they're at. Some of them are in the bay. But the majority of them in the Naples area seem to be in the parking garage under the building, which is it's like a cereal bowl full of water.
Vega is expecting to be a part of the cleanup effort here for at least another month. So what will you take with you when you leave here and go home?
Appreciate everything you have. And no matter how little it is, appreciate it all, because just like that, it can just be gone. Whether it's materialistic or your own life, just appreciate it. You wake up the next morning and you take that first breath, it's a blessing.
If you want to see more local efforts happening in the Florida area after Hurricane Ian, you can go to our website, WNEP.com.
At first glance, a group of hockey players charging toward you might be a little scary.
Definitely. Hockey's an intimidating sport at first, but it's all you really do. The rink is excellent. The programs that they have, if you just come, they kind of start off with learn to skate. Everyone always says I can't play ice hockey because I don't know how to skate. It doesn't take long.
So before I could hit the ice with the Lady Knights club hockey team at Revolution Ice Center in Jenkins Township, I had to spend some alone time on the ice and learn to skate.
I don't know if I can do this without this thing.
And get acquainted with a hockey stick and puck. Then it was time for me to head to the locker room to get suited up for real this time. I have to make sure my skates are tight, my body is protected, and I'm repping the right team.
Wait, what's happening over here?
Plus, I have to protect my extremities and my head. And make my way to the Adult Learn to Play Hockey program, where all levels of players can come and participate in drills and scrimmages.
Just like, you saw it today, like everyone's like slapping the stick for you, and everyone's super excited. So, you just keep coming back and you keep getting better.
I can confirm the support of the other players.
Oh, it's pretty slippery. How do you get back up? I'm gonna come over here. Wow, I did it. Oh. I might have a future in this. I'm just kidding.
Then it was time for me to meet the Lady Knights, a talented group of young women.
Woo, you got it. You got it.
Who are here for the love of hockey.
I think that it's a competitive team, and they like everybody on the team doesn't dislike hockey.
And each other.
My favorite thing about being on this team is that it's a lot of girls and they're very friendly, and it's pretty fun.
Do you think other girls should come out here and do this too?
Yeah.
So if you are interested in getting out on the ice with the Lady Knights here in Luzerne County, you can find information on the team on our website, WNEP.com. Chelsea Strub, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.
The halls are empty right now inside the campus center at Luzerne County Community College. But when students return to the school in Nanticoke, they'll have something new in their midst besides the year on the calendar.
First of all, it sets the environment. If you walk into our campus center where students spend a great deal of their leisure time,
says LCCC President Thomas Leary about the new Trailblazer Student Life Lounge.
The Trailblazer Cafe and the Trailblazer Bookstore are right down the hall, and this is going to be a hub of activity for our students. They can just sit down, have quiet conversations, they can study. Our Student Government Association will be participating in meetings here. Students will be able to walk in, propose ideas for student government, whether it could be a dance, it could be a fundraising activity, whatever it is that our students could consider.
And from inside the new Student Life Lounge here at LCCC, students will also have a front row seat to the new esports arena.
People will be able to come in and watch the games as they're played, cheer like you do at a basketball game for your home team. So we're really excited about that.
This arena is more than just for play. It has educational prospects too.
Yes, right now we have a 17-credit diploma program in gaming, which can prepare students to be an esports manager. We just hired an esports manager to oversee our arena here.
And Leary says it will only grow from here.
It's an intramural program in the spring. It's an intercollegiate gaming program in the fall. It's a 17-credit diploma academic program for esports right now, and then it's going to eventually expand into a degree offering.
To learn more about the opportunities in gaming here at LCCC, you can find a link on our website, WNEP.com. Chelsea Strub, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.
This is the off season for farmers in northeastern and central Pennsylvania, but that doesn't mean they are not busy. In this week's Check It Out, Newswatch 16's Chelsea Strub checks out a maple farmer in Lackawanna County.
It's been a very busy off-season for Dennis Burke in his woods up here in Fells Township.
This is actually everything from this lineup is new this year.
Which brings the total amount of tubing here on his maple farm to stretch as far as 20 miles. A not so small business here in Lackawanna County. Next month, it will be tapping time on these trees. Right now, it's all about maintenance of this wet-dry collection system.
What it does is actually lowers the pressure inside the tubing, like a science vacuum. And that allows the tree to push the sap into the tubing.
Dennis says before spring, when the nights are below freezing and the days are above freezing, the tree itself will work like a pump as it sends nutrients or sap up to the treetops to begin the budding process. His taps will collect a portion of the sap and send it through this network of tubing.
So you drop into a tree, and then it gets hooked onto a lateral line, and then it branches down into the trunk line that goes miles all the way down to the farm.
Well, in this case, just over half a mile, yeah. Wow. You got it.
All the way down to his evaporator to eventually make maple syrup. Right now, Dennis is fighting with one of his nemesis here in the woods.
We're just fixing a little deer damage. They, for some reason, they like to come in and chew on the tubing. I'm not sure what interests them in it. This is actually brand new tubing I ran in July, so it can't be the sap or sugar content in it.
Deer and fallen trees. Making for a lot of work in the off-season. That's messy right now because of the warmer temperatures. Dennis would prefer a frozen ground or a little snow. But adding support lines and boosters will help keep things here more secure. So come tapping time, everything's good to go. Dennis has an open door policy. So if you drive by and see smoke coming from his evaporator, you're welcome to pop in and check out how this all works. Chelsea Strub, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County. Many of us may have thought it was an end to road work for 2022 as temperatures dipped into the single digits. But now that temperatures have risen above freezing, it's back to business for folks at Green Valley Landscaping.
We're back to work.
On a project for students visiting Wilkes University's fields here on Northampton Street.
These are just new sidewalks along Wilkes University going up through their athletic complex here over by Kirby Park. An improvement to the area here, so people are allowed to walk on these new sidewalks and that.
But just because it was warmer than it has been recently doesn't mean these workers didn't need to do some defrosting on their own.
Because it is still cold out this morning, but after that, once they get moving with the rest of the materials they need, temperatures are up above freezing. There'll be no problems laying these pavers.
The owner of Green Valley Landscaping tells Newswatch 16 there's not a lot of opportunity to stop in this business. You have to keep working and continue when you can.
There's got to be progression on these projects, and we're asked by our general contractor, Sardoni, to keep moving forward, and as long as we can keep moving forward with the weather and it's okay to do that kind of work, we're going to keep moving forward.
While keeping one eye on the weather.
We see 10 good days here, up 40s and into the 50s, so as long as we don't have any rain and we can keep moving on, we'll keep progressing on the project.
Chelsea Strub, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.